I'm Morven McAuley, and the project that Hamid and your builder helped me with was a renovation at my property in Sandringham. I have quite a small house, but I love it, and I've owned it for almost 13 years now, and in that time I've made small alterations myself over the years, but really needed to look at, making sure that I was looking after the asset that I've got, and also making sure that the house felt like it was mine and that it was actually my cosy place with my style and my input. One of the frustrations I had with the project initially was because it was such a small house, a lot of the builders that I approached turned me down on the job because they felt like it was too small a project, and that was without seeing the site or understanding the renovation that I wanted to do. So the frustration really came about because one of the issues I had was some plumbing that needed drain issues, and plumbing that really needed assessed fairly urgently. And in order to get those drains looked at, it was going to cost me so much money to do that and then do a renovation later, that I was trying to find someone that could help me do sort of everything at once. What was great about Hamid was he was really honest on the phone when I first spoke to him. He said the same thing, that, it's a small property, it could be difficult for us. We've got a big team and I need to keep everybody happy. But he showed me the courtesy of getting in his car and coming over here, and first of all having a look at the renovation, and second of all actually just taking the time to have a conversation with me face to face. It's a really big deal having someone and a team of people come and work in your house, and especially I've definitely found that, and that was something that I guess Hamid and his team certainly did really, really well for the entire project. I felt really secure with the guys being in and out of my house. I was more than prepared to leave keys out so that they could get access to the property. They really looked after my dog. If I wasn't around, they made gates were shut and doors were shut, and that the dog was looked after. And in fact, she probably got more cuddles while they were here than she gets when they're not. But so the guys made me feel very relaxed, and their professional expertise is really impressive. The team that Hamid's got, Rob and Seb, they're competent young guys. They're fast at what they do. They're efficient, but their attention to detail is. I'm certainly been really pleased with that. The guys arrived at 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning, and they were still tidying up the property at 5:30, 6 o'clock that night. They put the hours in, and the project went as fast as it could given the size of the renovation. The key project that needed to be done, or part of the project that needed to be done, was a complete renovation of my bathroom. That required some work with council. It also required work with an architect, and Hamid provided the contact for that, which was really great because I was really struggling again with finding someone to do that work for me. That bathroom renovation came with some pretty open, honest guidance from Hamid, where one of my original plans was to knock out an external wall to increase the space for a bathtub, and Hamid was really great at just having an open conversation with me about the expense that would entail and the long-term value that would add to the property, and then working out whether it was worth it. And effectively, in some ways, he talked himself out of putting more money in the bank, but provided me with the kind of service that went beyond building something, and it went to advising on a really great renovation and a really great build. And what I've ended up with is something that I'm ultimately really happy with. I mean, I really love the work that these guys have done, and it's made my home feel even more like my home.